Hello and welcome to Anime Talks. Today, I am Tyler, going to be doing an awesome interview today with somebody very special. I am also the head of programming at Anime Pasadena, where you'll be seeing my face all weekend long at the interactive zone, giving out all the capsules and having all the fun. But there's going to be so much more fun there because you can meet this amazing actor and get some stuff signed. And I have the pleasure of speaking to a Mr. Matt Shipman from SK8 The Infinity, Blue Lock, Attack on Titan, Doctor Stone, My Hero Academia, and only 166 more credits on IMDb.
Is that
That,
real? Is that the number?
yeah, I saw it. I was like, man, that's
I don't know the
crazy.
number.
That's great. Well, today we're going to find out. So, number 26, I was wondering, Matt, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Tyler? What's up?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to speak with you. I'm excited to hype up some Anime Pasadena. And yeah, I know. I don't know what that was either, but I got the groove
I'm
on.
here for it. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. First question is
Yeah.
a good way to start an interview is asking origin stories. What actor or animated character got you to like want to be a voice actor?
Okay. I'll tell the whole story here. I got one because it's
Absolutely.
okay. So one day, I was watching TV with a friend of mine, and a commercial for the dub of Bleach airing on Adult Swim came on. Uh, and the commercial ended. I was like, "That looks cool." And my friend says, "I don't like what they did with this whoever character's voice or whatever." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, I watched it online, probably illegally, and it's in Japanese, and so I just don't, it's different." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I guess if it comes from another language, then when they make it into our language, it's not like it's the same person, huh?" And then I looked it up, and I saw that the main character of Bleach was played by Johnny Young Bosch, who
Mhm.
was my favorite Power Ranger growing up. And so I also then was like, wait, actors can do multiple things, like I hadn't made that connection at that point yet. That it's like normal to see actors in several projects instead of just one thing or
Yeah.
something. And I was like, that sounds kind of cool. Maybe I would want to do that. And so I spent the next like year looking into it and then decided I was going to do it like then, and that was,
That's
let's
so
see, I'm
cool.
32 now. That was like 17 years ago.
Yeah, my birthday is coming up and I'm just like, "Oh, oh, that's fun. That math's fun."
Hey
Uh
man, numbers. It's what.
yeah, exactly.
But I would say for animated character, if I was going to go there too, I had already decided to do voiceover, but it helped me on my journey a lot. Was probably Simon from Gurren Lagann, the main character. He goes
Yeah.
through a very cool journey, and I feel like when I was younger, I related to his younger self, and seeing him grow helped me kind of figure out the kind of person I wanted to be. So that's my answer for that half of it.
That's awesome. So like just full on anime,
Yeah.
which is perfect. So I mean, and you are just killing it. Like I said, and we have 170 credits of just anime and video games that are related to anime or like tales of games that are like this is
Anime
awesome.
adjacent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's awesome, and totally didn't geek out a little bit when they told me who I was interviewing. And so but no, I mean you are in now. I feel like it's become like this huge favorite, kind of blowing up again since we're coming back to a second season of Skate the Infinity,
Uh-huh.
and I'm really excited because we're going to dive into that a little bit later during this interview. But I wanted to know, do you skateboard? And what's your favorite trick, or what is a trick you would like to learn?
Uh, I haven't in years, but I did when I was younger.
Okay.
In no way did I ever learn how to do any tricks or like do anything impressive. It was all about having something to ride around
Oh,
with my
okay.
friend. Uh, but we used it all the time. Like it was like my Digimon skateboard I bought that was like really stiff and awful. Like it didn't turn well, and I didn't know how to change that as a kid. Uh, and then at some point we got longboards.
Oh,
Mine was orange and his was blue, so I guess that's a little Reki Longa, uh, like future sight there.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean it was more about riding around. So as for tricks, you know what I'd love to learn how to do? an ollie because I don't even know how to
Yes.
do that.
Classic. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you beat me. The only time I had a skateboard was for a science fair project. I don't know if they
Mm,
do. I don't know if they still do science fairs, but yeah, that was it was
couple
yeah, it
years
was a
ago.
physics one. I didn't get a good grade, but more.
Ah.
But I mean, okay, so you're in skateboard. You are in. I mean, My Hero Academia, which is like
Mhm.
coming to. It seems like it's coming to an end a lot sooner than we thought and stuff. But I would love to learn a little bit more about with your anime knowledge of I mean you skateboarded. What type of sport do you think hasn't been tackled yet by anime that you would love to see, and what would you like to play in
Huh.
potentially?
You know, okay, I've got two answers. I've got one where I
Okay.
know it's been done, but I want to see it done again. Uh,
Ooh, okay.
not because there's anything wrong with the show, but and then another, the one that I've never seen before is like badminton. I think that might be funny. I
Oh,
wonder. There's got to be a
yeah.
show with badminton, right? Can I like look that up right now? I don't know. I don't.
Absolutely.
I
Please
don't.
do.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. I'm
please
gonna do that really
we'll
quick.
fact check together. Would you be the
Badminton.
pro tag or would you be like this? Like, wait, what character would you want to be in a badminton? Because
Oh,
I feel like everybody would be ridiculous and fun.
wait. Hanebado was badminton. I remember that.
Oh,
Okay, so they already have a Batman anime.
okay.
So my answer, let's just go with the other answer, which
Okay.
is I want to see another hockey anime
Yes.
because I only know of one, and I think it was also half an idol anime, um,
Ooh, okay.
like Pride of Orange or something like that. And that show might be great as far as I know, but I would love to see a like dedicated sports show to hockey because I think that's one of the major sports I know of that I haven't seen too many anime for. You know, at this point there's like 5 basketball shows and like
Yeah.
5 soccer shows. You listed one
Volleyball.
just
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah, there's multiple volleyball shows. I'm in multiple volleyball shows. So let's do hockey again. I'm gonna say that.
In the sports anime, do you like playing like I mean a protagonist, I'm assuming. I mean, with your awesome voice and like with how you are. I mean, but like I don't know, like I mean, what would you like to tackle next in something maybe a little bit more intense like a sports anime?
I mean, probably the protagonist. I mean, that's always just better because you spend more time with a protagonist, you know, like you
Yeah.
get to see basically every beat of their journey as opposed to most supporting characters. Something has to happen off screen in their journey, and so you show up one day, you're like, okay, they've decided they've learned their lesson to some degree. Um, but you know, like we mentioned Blue Lock before, I'm a major rival character in that, if not like the
Yeah.
rival character. And that's cool. I've also barely recorded anything on the show because he's so quiet. Versus my buddy Rico Fajardo who plays Isagi. He's the protagonist. He gets so much. You get so much of his internal monologue, what the character's thinking, and I love living with characters like that. So let's say a protagonist of a sports show, which I got in
Yeah.
Reki. I did.
Yep.
I'm not saying I don't have it, but if I needed another, I would say that.
And that takes me to our new segment, which is Anime Rewind. I went back today and rewatched the Adam Reki race, and
Ah, yeah.
epic. It's awesome, and I would love to know just a little bit more insight and just a little bit more about that.
It's interesting. Yeah, okay, wait, can you because I there's so much physicality in that race. I remember a lot of it. I remember dodging him swinging the board at me
Yep.
with my like coat or whatever. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I remember God, I remember him like swinging Reki around like in a
Yep.
tornado, like dragging him along a wall. I'm like, how is he not getting cut up? His clothes aren't getting ruined. I guess he did throw his jacket away after that, so in some ways, maybe he got another jacket afterwards, and so whatever. But
At
he,
the protagonist store. Um,
oh, but it's the rain. The rain is what
oh
happens, right?
yeah.
He knows it's gonna rain, and then
Yes.
and so he makes his wheels like water like wheels that work in the rain well, and so Adam slips. Is that like the trip that I'm
Yes.
remembering? Cool. Yes, that's cool. You know, like there's a lot that goes into that. There's like a lot of layers to that. It's for one, it shows Reki winning in kind of his own, or not, winning because he doesn't win the race,
Yeah.
but it shows Reki conquering in some way in his own way. Like it's not about just get better, just go faster, be better skateboarder. It's like no, how can you use your strengths
Yes.
to get to where you need to be? And I think that's really cool and really important. And I don't know. It's just it's a really satisfying race despite the outcome, you know? Because I feel like it gets under Adam's skin so much. He's like, why did this guy make me sweat? Uh, and and it's rare. You know, it's interesting. We were talking about like the protagonist in the sports show. Oftentimes, those characters have to fail a lot.
Yes.
Because you need to see their journey and then they will succeed towards the end. The really interesting thing about Skate is that they let Reki not be the most talented even in the main cast, you know, and that's part of that's the whole the crux of the drama in the back half of the show is that inferiority complex, that feeling of like, well, I love my friend, but like, well, friend if you want to call a
Yeah.
friend in this case, but they're better at me at this thing that I love so much, and that hurts, you know, like that hurts me. Like, how can I reconcile those two things? It's
Yeah.
very interesting. But all of that, if he had won that race, I feel like it would have been a little different, you know,
Yeah.
because then Adam's character arc would be like, well, now I'm interested in you because you're also good, and Reki's character arc might be weird because then he overcame the thing Longo was trying to overcome, and it's like, wait, so are you better than him or what? So it, I don't know, it's a very very interesting race. And okay,
Yep.
I will say from behind the scenes stuff, because I know you asked kind of about how that was recording. I got to record after David Wald did, and he is
Oh.
fantastic as Adam, like unbelievable, that man. So having him in my headphones as I was recording that was very very helpful. Made it very easy to I don't want to say hate him, but you know, the character, hate the character, and get into it. So it was fun. It was a good episode, I think.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I loved it. I watched like a YouTube video like of the clip and everything like that, and I was like, I really do want to see like a slow mo of like
Yeah.
the end because I did do a little bit in the anime, but there was somebody who also did it was like 32 times, so it was like one frame per like every second and a half, and I was like, yes. So my question to you, even though you kind of already answered, is
Yeah.
do you think Adam really won?
You know, I mean, he won despite all of the. Well, okay, he beat. The way Adam skates is strange. He just like physically assaults people and is like, "I won because I
Yeah.
punched you and you fell over and then I crossed the finish line." Like that's a little weird. But forgetting that, he did overcome a lot of different things, like Reki got past him with the fake out with his jacket, and he slipped in the rain. I want to say when he slipped in the rain, he like sat there for a minute and was like
Yep.
distraught and was like, "What is? How could
Oh
this be
yeah.
happening?"
Hit
But
this
then,
whole freak out.
right, of course, it's anime, that has to happen.
Yeah.
But then still was able to catch up. So like that is pretty impressive. But do I think he won? I mean, yeah, but I also kind of don't care for the reasons I mentioned before. You know what I mean? Like the point of the episode isn't who won. It's
Yep.
it's what happened. It was the journey,
Yes.
friends we made along the way. You know.
Yeah. So it's
um,
not so much who shot first, Han or Greedo. It's more
right,
like it's more like did Ash win versus Brock, or was it just kind of like a sprinkler system that just kind of
right,
went crazy?
right,
So
right, right. Who
we
cares?
all
Ash still
learned a
got that
lesson.
badge. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But in the end, we all got a badge. And so no, that's awesome. I love it. And it was so cool just to hear a little bit more out of it because again, I mean, the animation is just flawless and y'all's intensity in that scene. I mean, like you were saying, I mean, just I couldn't imagine just being in the room like listening to it and you're just like, I'm so sorry for using this word, but rolling into it. Ah, okay. I get one pun. Um, but no, I think it's fantastic. And I think you guys are just so effective. And the scene is outlandish and crazy at some parts, and you guys just brought it out, and I think that's amazing. I would just love just to just to throw that at you.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. I would love to know what is your favorite on the road snack?
Oh, huh. Man, it really depends on what you can get at gas stations, huh? Uh,
Oh, you don't prep like me? I have the oh man, it's
well, it
bad.
depends. It depends on how long of a trip it is, you know? Like, because if it's really long, maybe you prep enough for one leg of it. Um, it's gotta be,
I'm a bigger guy. I think I'm like, okay, I'm going down the street. I need a sandwich.
I may be skinny, but I'm also fairly tall, so my body
Ah,
demands a lot of,
yeah.
a lot of food as well. What was I gonna say? I'm usually the one driving in that case. You know,
Mm,
any road trips I take, I am generally taking with my wife, Brittany Lotta, also a voice actress, and I'm the one driving in that case because she's not going to want to drive that long, and I don't mind. So it needs to be something that can be passed to me, and I can
mm,
keep staring at the road and consume it. I like at worst I have to be able to like put it between my legs and like pick a piece up at once. So I mean, man, the first thing that's coming to mind is like trail mix and just
Yeah.
pretzels. But I need some sort of like energy bar or protein
Yeah.
bar or something, right? But those are harder to eat. I have to be like, open this for me, please. Thank you. Here's the wrapper. Please throw it away.
I mean, we're not sponsored or anything yet, but I learned because we had Anime Las Vegas like back, earlier this year, and a friend of mine told me all about the freeze-dried Skittles. I don't know if you've had
Oh,
these yet.
I have
Oh
had
my,
one of
oh
them.
my God.
Howard from Longa, SK8 The Infinity, gave one to me at a con once because he just had some. He's like, "You want one?" I'm like, Sure."
Yeah.
I thought they were okay.
I
I
mean,
can't say they're my favorite.
no, but they're game changer. You get like, I mean, you get like that intense sweetness, and so you're
Mhm.
awake in the car, but also it's just like, yeah, like I feel like I can cheat in the car, It's like I'm dieting all the
Yeah.
time, then I'm in the car, and I'm just like, nothing works in here. Okay,
It's about
calories don't count.
fuel. It's like you're getting fuel at a gas station. Well, you get it at a gas station too. It's just fuel for you. You eat it on
Yeah,
the journey instead of filling it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, no, yeah, it's great. I love that answer, and I just love to be silly sometimes. But yeah, again, we have Anime Pasadena coming. You are guesting. You'll be tabling, so you'll be able to meet Matt and gush all over his 170 IMDb credits, just as much as I'm going to when I see him in person as well. And I would also love to know a little bit more about fan interactions. I mean, I know that fans love giving out gifts or just doing
Mhm.
awesome things for the actors that they love, that they really appreciate, and I mean sometimes even grow up with. What is something that a fan has given you that has really stuck out to you?
Can I get it? It's
Oh
like in this
yes,
room. Hold
please.
on. There's two of them. They're very similar. They're like crocheted the little cat guy on the bottom of Reki's skateboard.
Yes,
They hang out in here with me in my studio room. I just
that's
think they're very cute.
amazing.
Um, I don't know. Something about this is like people give me a lot of things, and I appreciate. Literally, they could hand me a sticker, and I'm like, cool, thanks. Like
Yeah,
whatever. If it's like I appreciate being thought of in any way, but like, and I get plenty of things that people have put a lot of time and effort into and have made with their own two hands, and it's very creative. But I don't know. I like this. I like this as a representation of Reki, as opposed to. I like the gear thing on his skateboard too, but
yeah,
like this is cuter. The little halo cat thing that's sleeping. I don't know what this
yeah.
thing is, but these these
They're
stand
fluffy.
out.
Wait, so are they
Yeah.
from two completely different people who made them?
Yes. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
I know, and I got them like within like a year of each other. Like it
Wow.
was not like 2021 and then 2024. It was like, nah, these I think it was actually more like 3 or 4 months uh
Yeah.
between each other. I did not tell the second person that I had another one already.
And they'll never know which one was which. But
If they see
no,
this video.
that's amazing because I didn't even, like, honestly, like I didn't even know about Skate the Infinity until very recently.
Mhm.
I'm a slice of life, and I'm not a big sports person, but
Yeah.
like I found out about it, and God, the animation and not and your
Yeah.
voice is just. I mean, I love dub. I mean, I think it's so much easier just to kind of just watch and appreciate, and it's just it's made for somebody who speaks English fluently, and just like I
Yeah.
mean. There's great things about both, and I just think that you are absolutely wonderful in that show, and honestly,
Well,
everything that
thank
you
you.
do.
I feel like the way I've always thought of it, because I watch plenty of anime subtitled too. If a dub is available, I usually will default to that. But it's like seeing a play
Yep.
in one city and then seeing it in another city, and it's a different cast, but it's the same story, the same characters, the same dialogue. It might be like slightly ad-libbed a little that night for them, or in our case it might be adapted slightly to fit the timing of the animation and
Yeah.
stuff, or to flow differently, flow a little better in English versus like direct translated Japanese. But it's the same show. Like, like people who like skate don't have to have seen my version to like it, or
Yeah.
talk to me about it. We can relate on that still. So I don't know. I always just thought that was a good comparison point. Is it's like seeing a play with different people in it. It's still the same play. You can
Yeah.
still enjoy it.
I mean, I come from a musical theater background, so like
Yeah,
I agree completely. I mean, I guess most notably lately is like Aladdin. You see, when you
yeah,
watch Aladdin in anywhere, that genie is going to tailor a ton of their
right.
dialogue to like that city in each one, and it's something special and it's something
Yeah.
awesome. And so, yeah, I love that. And we can talk about musical theater later on at Anime Pasadena. So there is one question, as long as I'm hosting the show, that I would love to ask because it's something that I honestly figure I think we all have this conversation.
Hmm.
What do you think is the quintessential anime scream? Like from what show and what character?
Scream.
Yeah, we we all have them. I mean, Adam's scream is unbelievable in that. I mean, but
I mean, it's hard not to think of Dragon Ball immediately for me.
right?
Because it's like, I feel like I've heard of those actors be like, yeah, they cut our screams together because it's like a 3 minute long scream. Obviously, that's cut together. But you don't think about it until you like work in production, you hear them tell you that. You're just like, wow, he sure is yelling for a long time. I feel like it's got to be Dragon Ball. It's got to be
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. I can't even tell you which one, but just
Yep.
one of the like crazy long screams for either like a beam struggle or whatever,
Yeah.
or charging up or something.
Yeah. Gohan and Cell. I agree.
Yeah.
Um,
That's something I want to do more of. Is I wish I had more like action battle shows under my belt. I actually have a lot of sports shows I've recognized recently. And then like Dr. Stone is like a Shonen Jump, but it's not a battle show. It's like
yeah.
it's a science show, which is great and I love it. But I'm like, what if I fought in anime more? What if I had that quintessential anime fight scene? So maybe one day I'll look back and say my own scream is my answer to this question.
I'll be looking for that day. Oh my gosh. I love talking to you. I think you are unbelievable. And
Oh, thank you. It's been fun.
I think it's going to be great having you at Anime Pasadena, and I hope you're going to make a lot of memories, and I hope people make some memories for you. And
Mhm.
we have our last question, which is, what are you looking forward to most at Anime Pasadena?
Oh, I mean, you just said it, like making memories, like meeting people uh, and I mean, I don't expect people to give me gifts that are like hours and hours of their lives put together into a single thing that they're handing me. But like, so many people have told me so many stories about, I don't know, the shows that I worked on, how they helped them through hard times. And like, it's weird to say that because it feels egotistical to say it, but I'm
Yeah.
like, it helps to remind myself, well, yeah, 500 other people worked on the show too. They all deserve that credit too. I'm not just patting myself on the back here, but it's the events like this are the kind of place that you get reminded that the thing you do every day matters to some people, So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to those kind of conversations, I guess.
That's perfect. Absolutely. Yeah, please go by his table, and hopefully the graphic will be below. And Matt, again, wonderful talking to you. I can't wait to see you at Anime Pasadena. And go ahead, like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next interview.